Okay, she's back. All right. Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon, sir.
morning. Good evening. Depending on wherever you are hearing from on program. Okay, I want to welcome everyone to our International Youth Day live on YouTube. We are really excited to have you join us today. Wherever you are joining from, please drop your name, your location in the comments section. We'd love to know where everyone is watching on from. Okay. And while you are here, don't forget to like the stream, share with someone, and most importantly, join the conversation in the comment section. So, this week we are celebrating International Youth Day, a day that gives us an opportunity to recognize the voice, the idea, the energy, and contribution of young people around the world. And this year's theme is different contexts, common aspirations. I really like this theme because young people don't all live in the same life. We come from different community, different background, different challenges, but there are also many things we owe in from idea to impact, how young people are changing their community. So we are going to talk about something that I think many young people can relate to, seeing a problem and thinking something need to change. Um, But what happened after that? How do we move from simply having an idea to actually doing something about it? How do we make sure that changes last? And what do young people, despite our different experiences, actually have in common? And that's all we are going to be exploring in our today conversation. And happy to introduce our speaker on the call this afternoon. Okay, I think the network is so bad from one of our speaker, which is Zuera Yarima. I think she's on the call, but she can't come live now. Okay, however, we'll still move on with the program. So also we have another speaker on the call. His name is Ejere Uche Samuel. Okay, Uche? Uche Samuel is a graduate of Communication and Media Study, a communication officer, and also financial sales executive, a writer, and a PR officer. I want to say welcome to the show. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much, sir, for the quiet introduction. Thank you, sir.
All right, all right. So
Thank you, sir.
welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's lovely to have you around.
It's a pleasure, sir. It's my pleasure.
It's like this. The network is. doesn't want us to progress with this conversation. Okay. Okay, thank you for being here. So just to remind you that this conversations is meant to be relaxed and honest conversation. So you please feel free to share your real experience and perspective of our topic for today. So let's start from the beginning. Before we can create change, we first need to recognize the challenges around us. For you to come up, okay, I want to provide solution to this particular thing. That means something has been giving us challenges. That's when we'll be able to what come with solution. And because we all come from different places, we may not have the same experience. So my question for today for you, Mr. Uche, can you hear me? Oh,
I can hear you,
everybody is
sir.
online. Okay. Okay. I think we have our other speaker online right now. Thank you so much for joining us. I have Zuwera Yarima. Network. Oh God.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Sorry.
The network has been so terrible. Sorry about that.
Yeah, don't check in of uh, Uche Samuel. And now we have the two other speakers for this conversation. They are already on the call with us. And we have Zuera Yarima. She's a serial entrepreneur, facilitator, co-founder of Every Women Cooperative, a business consultant and alumni and many more. She has certification in different training, business training, boot camp, as well as do take action procurement certification. Thank you so much, Zuera, for joining us on this conversation today.
You're welcome, sir. Hello, Mr. Uche.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
All right. All right. So before you join us, okay, before you join us, we are talking about the International Youth Day. I think it's a day that gives opportunity to recognize the voices, idea, energy, and contribution of young people around the world. And you remember the theme. The theme is different context, common aspiration, which lead to our own topic for today's conversation: from ideas to impact, how young people are ch- changing the community. So this leads me to my first question. Yes. So because we all come from different places, may not have the same challenges. So my question is, what is one problem you see young people facing in your communities today? What is one problem that you see young people facing in your community today? So I'll give the room to Zuera. Please, over to you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we
Okay,
can.
Uche, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you clearly. We
I
can
don't
hear
know.
you.
If you can
Yes,
hear
ma'am, we
me,
can hear you.
maybe I should just talk because I can't hear you. Okay. The question again, Mr. Ade. Sorry, I didn't get the question. Mr. Ade, it seems like you are muted. I can't hear you. Mr. Uche, can you hear him?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. I can hear you,
Oh,
ma'am.
No, can you
oh,
hear
sorry,
Mr.
sorry.
Ade? I
Yeah, I can
can't
hear
hear
Mr.
Mr.
Ade.
I,
Ade.
this thing just mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
I
hear you
said I
now.
didn't get the question well. You said,
I'm back online now. Can you hear me?
yes,
Yes, sir,
sir.
we can.
Re- can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we
The
can hear you,
question,
sir.
the question. Can you say the question again? Oh dear.
Let me just do it from my end. I think the network is bad.
Mr. Uche, did you
Okay,
hear what she
the
said?
question is, what is one
Uh-huh.
problem you see young people? Ah,
Okay, beautiful.
I think network.
Here in the
Please,
northern
can you
part
hear
of
me now?
Nigeria. Yes, I can. I can. All right. Like I said, here in northern part of Nigeria,
It's
the most
okay.
common
So the
challenges.
question is in your community.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
The common question in my community is illiteracy. When I say illiteracy, I don't mean numeric numbers or alphabet.
Hmm,
Illiteracy in the sense that they do know their letters, alphabet, they've been to school, but they are not intelligent. Sorry, I didn't mean like the bad way, but they don't know how to use those knowledge. Will I say they are handicapped when they come to using the knowledge they have? They always wait for someone to come and tell them what to do. So yeah, illiteracy is the common one. I hope I've answered your question, Mr. Adi.
yes, you are. Thank you so much for
Thank
that
you.
insight. She said one thing that she find challenging among youth in our community is illiteracy. People are not that they are not educated, but they are not putting into actions some of this education they've had in solving the problem in their community. So I would like to ask the same question from you, Mr. Uche. Um, what do you think is one challenges that people are facing in your community, young people especially are facing in
Okay,
your community?
what I've observed so far is that the major problem I see young people are facing through and passing through, or is the problem of stability. The problem of stability. Most young people are actually confused, due to the economic and political situation in this country currently. We have a lot of intelligent people in my community, but they are actually not
Mm,
stable. The problem of stability. They are confused here and there. There are chaos in their mind. They have chaos in their environment. So I think the major challenge is the challenge of stability. Stability. So I think that is one of the major. I feel is a major problem, in my own opinion, that is facing my community, that's facing young people in my community. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm done, sir.
Yeah? They should join.
Sir, should I come again? Should I say what? Should I repeat what I said again?
Mr. Ade, can you hear us? Mr. Ade, can you hear us? Mr. Uche, the network is sincerely very
Mhm.
terrible.
It's very from his end, yeah. I understand that the network is very poor.
Welcome back, Mr. Ade.
Thank you. The network is actually very bad for my own end. I'm so sorry for that break in transmission. Everybody can hear me now.
No problem, sir. You can, sir. I
Huh?
can hear you, sir.
Oh, very nice. Mr. Uche, you were talking before the network kicked me out. So, can you
Okay.
please recap on what you just said
Okay, what I was saying,
regarding the question?
okay, what I
And the
was
question
saying,
is, what is one problem you see young people? Oh, please go ahead.
okay, I said the major problem I see young people passing through in my community is the problem of stability. You know, we have intelligent people, we have graduates, we have people that actually, know what they want. But due to the economic and political situation in this country today, one of the things that actually affect them is stability. They have a major problem being stable. They're not able to be, they don't have this stability within them. So I think there's a lot of confusion because nobody trusts the next economic or political policy of the government or the next government coming in. So it's already creating a lot of chaos and a lot of instability. So one of the problems that my members of my community is passing through is the problem of stability, especially young people. Young people are passing through stability, the problem of what? Stability. They are unstable due to the economic situation, the political situation, and otherwise. So it's the problem of stability. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Ade. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Uche, I heard you. I don't know if Mr. Ade got your point.
Okay, I think maybe is your speaker because I couldn't hear you properly. So maybe
I
you
think
just
he said
increase the volume of
stability.
your set.
Stability was the major point he raised, and he was trying to explain it, right, Mr. Uche?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you hear me? You can hear me now, sir.
All right. Let's move on from that. I also have one of our speaker on the call right now. Oh God, I'm not seeing. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, loud and clear now.
Okay, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, we also have Miss Frances Agbibisiti, the call. Good afternoon and welcome to this section. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Okay, we can't hear you. I think
I can hear you. I can
I
hear
said
you.
good
I can hear
afternoon,
you
and
you.
have
thank you for having
muted
me.
Miss Frances. You
Good
have
afternoon,
muted. We
everyone.
can't
Thank
hear
you for
you.
having me here.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We can hear you, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Princess, is it
Yeah, I
Francis
can
or
hear you.
hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you were muted. We couldn't hear what you are saying.
Oh, I didn't hear any question actually.
Okay, let me help Mr. Ade. He seems to be going out and off. He asked a question
All right, that would be
that
good.
what is the major problem the youths are encountering in your community where you are? And I answered, Mr. Uche said stability. So he was trying to get your own opinion.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so I heard Mr. Uche, and I also heard your opinion on literacy.
Okay,
Okay, so
beautiful.
I would also talk about something related, which is quality education. Okay, so in the community where I am currently, what I have noticed is actually the issue of quality education. So there are schools, and a lot of children are in school, but it seems like they are not getting the benefit of that education. Okay, so first of all, most of them don't have the right learning materials, and these are the things that will motivate them to actually go to school, like continue going to school. Because by having the right learning materials that you need, you would be motivated to go to school. You will enjoy the learning process, but a lot of them don't have that. And also, I think they lack some teaching aids that would support the learning process, so that will make the whole process more enjoyable. So I noticed that problem here. So that's it.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Mr. Ade, I borrowed your position for a couple of seconds and I asked her the question you asked both of us. And she said
Um,
one of the problem they have
yes.
is quality
Um,
education.
apologize for that. The network is just kicking me out, and
Mr. Ade, we are with you.
Right, and you're not doing anything. Just let this stay so that we see. Or you are just
Mr. Ade, can you hear us?
yes, I can. Can
Can
you
we
hear me
move to
from
the
your
next
end?
question? Like, time is not on our side.
No, I don't even know. Okay, Mr.
Can I
Uche, can you hear
suggest
me?
something? We can hear you. Can you drop the question on the chat so that we just take our turn to answer while you record? I'm sure you are recording.
I'll be moving very, very fast because of the network.
Okay, please do.
Yes. All right. So, because of the network before it starting, a lot of young people have ideas based on what we are to look at today. We see something that isn't working. We think about how we could make it better. Sometimes we even talk about solution. And the big question is, what make us actually take that first step? I don't know if you understand me. We have so many young people out there that have ideas about, okay, this is what I want to do, but we see something in our community that is not working. We think, okay, let me take action, let me make this better, let me make it um, come to actualization. And I do take action. That's what we are really looking at. We believe that young people shouldn't just be encouraged to talk about the challenges around them. They should also have the opportunity and support to take action. If we go on our social media, sometimes we see young people discussing vital issues in their community, in the environment, in the society, but none is talking about how we can take action to solve those problems. We are only discussing, and that's what we at Do Take Action are here for. One of the way we do so is through our grassroots development champion, which is GDC. GDC are young people who identify issues that matter to them and take practical action to address those issues in their community. So for some of our speaker today, I think I have two GDC on the conversation this afternoon, and they actually had the opportunity to move from idea to taking action. And for the next question, I want to ask, have you ever had an idea for solving a problem in your community? What made you decide to take action, or what stopped you from taking action? I don't know if you understand the question. Have you ever had an idea for solving a problem in your community? What made you to decide to take action, or what stopped you from taking action? So this question I'll be starting with Ms. Zuwaira. Yes. As a GDC, can you tell us about the problem or idea that led you to take action in your community? Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ade, once again. Um, like I said earlier, illiteracy is one
Yeah.
thing I find very, it was taking my attention because I used to believe,
Hmm.
and I still believe that when you are knowledgeable, you will see light wherever you go. And when you don't have knowledge of something, you can never go forward. So I've always thought of how to give free education. I've voluntarily offered free tutorship to government secondary school. But before I started, like you asked, what made you not to? I will ask myself sometimes, okay, I want to educate people. I don't have a school of my own. How do I do that? So I didn't know. Then I told myself, okay, fine, I don't have a school. Why don't I talk to school owners and maybe during summer, like a long vacation like this we have, maybe I will ask them to use their facility and I will teach children for free. Ah, I thought about that. I didn't do it. Well, at long last, the one I started with and I still love is the one I call my, I have kids. So I call my children's age mates because I teach them their homework. I'm an educationist. I've been a classroom teacher for a decade, a head teacher for 2 years. So I
Wow.
know the process. So I take my children's age mate because I know children of their age, how they deal with their mind. So I call them to my house. I teach them alongside my kids. So it's a win-win situation for me. I teach my kids and I teach the neighbor's kids. It was something I did long ago. But before I started, I will ask if I tell them to come, will they come? Yes, that is something you always have in your mind. But one thing I tell them most times, if you truly want to make change, you always have it in your mind. How do I do it? And when you ask yourself those questions, you will find the solution of this is how to do it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful response, Madam Zuwaira. Decide to take action, because I know you have taken so many action as GDC to solve a particular issue or to address a particular issue in your community. So just let us know what made you take these actions.
Okay. I felt I owe it to my community. First thing first, at a certain point in time, I felt it is time. It's okay. You have learned a lot. Teach them to. You know how to do ABC. Call them and educate them. Yes, they know how to do it, but not the way you know it well. So I have done it at NGO levels, at cooperative level, and that was how I decided to open my own cooperative early this year. So thank you.
All right, so I'll be passing the same question to Miss Frances. Please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, I think you are muted yourself and answer the question.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that question is something worth thinking about. Okay, so I think the first question is what challenges I noticed in my community, right? And
Yes,
then what led me to
yes.
take action. Okay. Okay, so the challenges I noticed in this community where I am, that is the issue of quality education, like I mentioned. So usually when I see children going to school, especially the primary school pupils, because those are the ones that are literally close to me, I see them going to school barehanded. Like some of them go to school without books, and you see some others, you see them looking unkempt, no socks, broken shoes and all that. So initially, I was mostly concerned about their well, like their outlook because I couldn't imagine how those children were literally walking to school with those broken shoes. But then I looked at the number of the pupils that I literally see every time I said, can I afford to get shoes for these children? So I ruled it out. And the issue of socks, so like I kept on ruling out various options. So at the point I just had to like see I just had to like put it upon myself because I noticed that I'm not the only one seeing them, obviously. Others are seeing them. But I don't think there are other people that actually sit down and think about these things on a deeper level. So I felt one person has to do something. And then if one person actually
Yeah.
starts it, others might be interested. So initially, I planned on talking to others, but I eventually backed out. I just said, "So let me just try it on my own." And I bought some learning
Yeah.
materials, some books, and pens, and all those stuff. Took them to the school. Obviously, I can't. So initially, so before then, when I went to the school for an initial assessment, from the
Mm.
periods that passed by, I didn't know that there was that much. So on getting there, I asked for their total number and I was told that they are over 1,000. I said, wow, this is beyond me. So at that point, I literally wanted to back out. Like, so I got home, thought about it, and I said, okay, so if maybe they are 1,000, I can't impass all of them obviously. So if I can just pick one or two from each classroom, we'll start with that. So I went back, I asked the head teacher to help me with a list of some pupils we can support from each class. She on the other hand, she shared it with the class teachers and that's how they provided the list of pupils from each classroom. And then of the day, normal I wanted, I needed just 10, they provided 20. I looked at it again. I said, like, I obviously can't afford to like provide materials for all of them. So I asked another question, how much is
Yeah.
their examination fee? It was quite affordable, very cheap for that matter. So I said, okay, let's do this way. I'll pay examination fee for 10 of them. That is less than it.
Mm.
That's less than 10,000 naira. Then, okay, then the other 10, which was my initial goal, I will get the learning supplies, the books, pen, and all that. So eventually, by God's grace, I was able to impart that 10. So the experience was actually beautiful because I presented it to them, but then it was held in uh, like the head teacher is holding them in our office. So we told them that when they come to school next term, this is their learning materials. So even if there is any of them that did not plan to resume school next term, maybe their parents already told them that they are not going to go to school next term, definitely they will not allow them. You know how children can feel, their parents will not have peace. They always disturb their parents that, mommy, I have things in school, so obviously I must go to school, like that kind of pressure. So there's already this joy, this anticipation, like them looking forward to next time, and that just brought a lot of it brought a sense of comfort to me because I know that okay, this time at least they have felt a little impact. And by God's grace, I just hope other people would actually do more because those children, there are a lot, and I know a lot of them need more help. So that's little I could do, and I just hope. So what actually led me to make the impact because I felt if I continue just sitting down looking like this, n- nothing might actually be done. So I just felt like one person needed to do something, start something. So um, by doing so, I other people also have shown interest, and I think by the next, because I'm a copper, like where I served, so others saw what I did. So I'm very sure by like subsequent things, there are others that want to do something like that. So that's how the whole thing went.
Well
All right.
done.
Thank you so much for that wonderful explanation. I really enjoyed that. So from what I deduce from what you just said so far is that we don't have to start big. You know, you have the 1,000 students, and okay, let me start with just little as 20 students for a start. So that's one thing I think I discourage some of the youth. We are seeing the problem in our society. We are seeing the problem around us, but we think that okay, I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough power, I don't have enough funding to address this issue. So we just okay, forget about it. And some people lack the confidence, they lack the courage, they lack um the ability to carry out those to address these challenges facing the community. And one thing I learned today is that just start small, and from there you get to expand in the future. And one thing she said too, from our own action, she has been able to encourage some of our fellows as COP member to rise up to the idea for them also to join in the movement in addressing this challenge that they see around them. So, to you, Mr. Uche, before we move on to the next question, I want to ask you: have you been seeing some challenges in your community, in your environment, that you think that okay, this need to be addressed, this need to be something needs to be done? I want to ask you: have you thought of, have you taken action to address those issues? Have you thought of taking action or you are seeing those challenges, but one thing or the other is standing as an hindrance for you to address those challenges. So I want to hear your own thoughts from this question.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much once again for having me in this program. So, yeah, I've like I said earlier, one of the major challenges that I notice people around where I currently stay is the problem of stability. When I mean stability, I was talking about in a state of confusion. These are intelligent people, but because of the environment they find themselves, the social, the political, and the economic pressure in this community where I stay, it has led so many young people to get engaged into some things they don't want to actually do, but due to the situation of things and due to the environment where they are currently, it actually influences their choices and the way they perceive life. So one of the things I've come to do is this. Is one of the resources. One of the things I do is to talk to one person per time. So when I come close to and I get an opportunity
Nice.
to talk to a group of young people, I pour my heart to them. I do tell them that this is what to do, this is not what to do. I try to bring them out of that environment and bring them into a proper environment in their mind because these young people, these are actually my major target are actually the young people, especially those
Hmm.
who are on the verge of finishing their secondary school and those between SS1, SS2, and then those that are already preparing to write jump and all of that. So when they come to me or when I go to them, I tell them, I mentor them, I teach them, I motivate them to take away that place of instability, to take away that state of confusion. Because one's environment plays a particular role in defining the choices they make most of the times. So I try to bring them out of that environment where they are and try to bring them into a more better stable environment in their mind. So what I do is I do one person per time, one person per time, and to God be all the glory. There is a lot of influences, we've seen a lot of positive influences in the life of those people I have talked to. And that was led me to want to start up a particular I don't want to call it an NGO, but a particular kind of, you know, soft organization that will give me the opportunity to be able to talk to more people. And one of the things I call it is Young People's Network. But I'm yet to kickstart it. It's just still at the skeletal planning level. But I'm believing God that before the end of this year or next year, we'll have something. So we'll have something better, and I'll be able to reach out to more larger young people. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Uche, for that wonderful insight. I think that an important point here is that young people don't like the idea, they don't like they see things happening in their environment, but they lack the support, the confidence, the opportunity to turn this idea into action. And like you said, you take it upon yourself to address the issue that you see in your environment, even though you can't take it to a large extent, you make it an idea to talk to one person at a time in addressing that particular issue. And also, we have some people in the comment section as well. They that join us, some of our viewers. I have at Deborah Oluwatosin say, well done, Mrs. Zuera. I think they are enjoying us over there. And also say kudos to Miss Frances. I also have at Good Health. She says, great topic, really enjoying the conversation. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being part of this conversation. So this leads us to our next question. We talk about the first step, identifying a problem, then next addressing that problem. Now it's important we talk about sustainability as well. How do we sustain those projects, those initiatives, those ideas that we have taken action upon. Sometimes we see projects being created with a lot of excitement when we started it, but what happened after the project end? What happened after the um, uh, um, for instance, maybe you went to school to educate the children about a particular topic or issue that is affecting the environment. So what happened after the section has ended? Is there any sustainability plan for such project? So this lead me to my next question. When young people take action, how can they make sure the change lasts and continue to help people? We are talking about us identifying problem, taking action about that particular problem, but how can we make sure that this solution lasts and continue to help people around us, especially in our community? So I will leave the floor to Miss Zuera. What do you think is important to make sure that the impact that you have made in your community continue to work?
So, I didn't get you. Were you referring to me?
Yes, yes. The question is for you.
Repeat the question.
So we
Sorry.
are talking
You said
about.
what?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay, okay. So we are talking about sustainability now. Is one thing to identify a problem, is one thing to address it. Then is another for sustainability for that project to continue surviving. So my question is, as a young person, how can you make sure that this initiative, this project, these challenges that you are addressing lasts and continue to help people
Okay,
in
okay.
your
I get the
society?
question now. I get the question. Okay. Um, Most times, we are all humans. When you start something, and
Yes.
like Frances earlier said, she started with
Mm,
a number of 20. She wanted only 10,
mm,
but she had to extend to 20, yeah? And she have 1,000 students. So most times the
mm,
number you are picking is discouraging. But when you go back,
mm,
for me personally, when I impact something on an individual, the way I sleep that day is different, fulfilled. So that fulfillment is what keeps me going. There was this program I did, I think 3 years ago or four, and
mm,
I didn't know that it was for rural women. They wanted to know how to learn some skills, and I volunteered to do it. And
mm,
then the person that called me to do that training
mm,
reached out to me on a weekend. I remember vividly. And she said, those rural women have been praying endlessly to you and your family. And it melted my heart. So, sincerely, when we are out as leaders to
oh. um we can't hear you over here, Madam Zuera. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. We have Frances. Please, can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and let me hear from you.
Yes, I can. Okay, so I can hear you. Okay, do you want me to answer the question? Yes. Hello.
Okay, I think the network has kicked Madame Zuera out. Please, Miss Frances, please, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. So the question
Okay,
was
so
about
can
creating lasting impact.
yes.
Okay, so should I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so the thing about lasting impact, that's where the real work actually starts. Okay, so the first step is you
Mm,
actually taking an action, you taking the first step. Yeah, then
mm,
if you take the first step, others would see and would want to follow. But then for creating lasting impact, it's not something that you do alone. It's something that you have to like have a community, build a team, and you have to like collaborate, invite other people to join because you alone like you ain't going to do nothing. So by
mm,
getting others on board that share the same idea, same vision, that would help. And if peradventure you need to leave that particular location, there will be others to actually continue. So while you are pushing through, making your own difference, just try and encourage other people to do so, motivate them so that share the joy of creating impact together. So that's it.
all right, thank you so much. I like the idea that you said when you are carrying out this project, you are addressing this issue, try as much as possible to carry others along. If you need to train people in that particular aspect, try and train people that even when you are not around, they'll be able to sustain that project. And also, there is need for community ownership. In every community you find yourself, like Madam Zuhaira said, say the women continue to pray for her every day for that impact, that wonderful project that she carry out in their community. And I'm very sure that those women too will be um, training or involving other community member in that project for lasting impact. So our time is fast spent due to network, so we'll be moving very fast. So I want to address for this question to Mr. Uche. Um, Okay, so we talked about different challenges and different experience, and this brings us directly to this year um, International Youth Day theme, which is different context, common aspiration. So I want to ask, even though young people live in different community, this question is for you, Mr. Ushe. What do you think we all want for our future?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for the
Yeah.
question. Very simple. Across all communities, despite
Mm,
whether the tribes or the regions where every young people is being situated currently, I think one of the most important thing
mm,
everybody wants is stability. Everybody wants a stable environment, an environment where there's peace. Because once there's a stable environment and then a peaceful environment,
mm,
growth
mm.
and production will surely exist. Because you look down to
Mm,
the northern Nigeria, for example, where there's a lot of crisis in the northern part of the country. Now it's now moving towards the eastern part of the country, towards the western part of the country. We are seeing a lot of instability here and there, social, political,
mm,
and
mm,
other view. So I think that once there's a high level of stability and
mm,
peace in every community
mm,
in Nigeria, in every state in Nigeria, I think what will come out, what will follow it is going to be what high level of productivity and a high
mm,
level of growth. But if there's no stability, we are going to be continue to experience what we're experiencing today, chaos and violence. So people really want peace. People really want a place where they can be stable, and that is the reason why there's a lot of migration. Everybody wants are migrating to a
mm,
region where there is peace. to a region where there's high level of stability. It may not be 100%, but there's a high level of stability economically, high level of stability socially, high level of stability financially. That's the reason why you see many people are migrating from nations to nations. So if Nigeria as a nation can be able to build or build a vision of policies that will pursue this level of stability, I think it's going to be very good for our community. So I think every community actually is praying for or striving towards or actually need is stability and peace. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Uche, for that wonderful insight. He said we need peace and stability in our society if we want the youth to strive to higher heights. Thank you so much. And before we go, I would like to ask this last question for our speaker, our three speaker for today. Our time is fast spent. I would love us to continue this conversation, but due to network issue and some constraints, we will not be able to go further. So I would like to ask this last question. Um, what will you say to another young person who wants to make a difference but doesn't know where to start? Like people around you, young people around you, that will be like, okay, I have this idea, but I don't really know where to start from. There's this issue that is bothering me. There's this things that is happening in my environment. What do you think I should do? Where do you think I should start from? So, okay, let me start the question from Miss Madam Zuera. The question to make a difference, but doesn't know where to start from.
Okay, I'll talk from experience.
Mm,
I
yes.
growing up as a child in my early primary school, in my late primary school, when I was about to go to secondary school, I've always wanted to change my community. But I will hesitate. I'll say, no, it's not time. Then when I finish my secondary school, I'll say it's not time. When I graduated from college, I said it's not yet time. So I keep procrastinating. So start now. When I say start now, I mean start with what you have. You have your mouth, you have your voice. So just start anyhow. You can scribble it, just do it anyhow. There's no perfect way. In as much as you have it here, just start now.
Mm,
Don't wait for the government. Don't wait for the community leader. Don't wait for the rural traditional leaders. Start now. That's what I want to see. Thank you.
all right. Thank you so much, Madam Vieira. So we don't have to wait. We should take the action now. So same question to you, Miss Francis.
All right. Okay. Okay. So as Madam Zura said, that's basically it starting now. So you don't have to like have it all. Just find the like now there are a lot of problems in society. Yes, and even that problem you are seeing or the problem you want to solve, it has different levels. So find the smallest one at your level. Just find
Mm,
something small that you yourself as an individual can actually start. And if you don't have the resource, it's fine. Just like in do take action, there's learn the voice. You don't need to have the before the so you can learn the voice. You can raise awareness
mm,
on that particular issue for others that have the resource to actually do it. So that should not be an
mm.
excuse. Just start. Either ways, start and start now. Thank you.
Mr. Ade,
Thank you.
there's a comment section I just read. Please, I want to address it.
Okay.
She said,
Okay.
how do you start now, Madam Zuera? I'll give you a typical example. Like, this is a real
Okay.
example. 3 years ago, I went to my community, deep down in the rural community, and I said I wanted to teach them a skill. I went to the community. It's actually my hometown, but I don't go there often. I decided to take it down
Mm,
there. And when I went there, I took a few amount of money. I can't remember how much, just very few. And because I know I was going there to impart knowledge, I made sure I went with all
mm,
I needed. It's not like a family visit. Trust me, When I posted it on my status that I'm in my community and I'm lending my voice to my community, I didn't see it coming.
Mm,
People
mm,
donated money for those women because when
wow.
I went there just to impact the knowledge. But people said, how much does it take to give these women starter kits? Did you ever think
Mm,
that, Mr. Ade, or everybody listening, that if I had stayed home and I was in my house and I said, I want to start something, people should donate, will they have? No. Trust me, people from
no,
so many places. I had
no.
an Igbo woman who donated.
The network. Um, can you hear me over there, Madam Zuera? Okay, I think the network is bad from my end. Mr. Uche, can you hear me over there?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, that's nice. So while we wait for her to come back online, so passing the same question to you. Okay, I think she's back now.
Okay.
Madam
I
Zuera,
think
can
I'm
you?
done, Mr. Ade. Like I said, she should just
Okay, I
start now.
think
I don't know what she wants to start, but whatever it
okay.
is, it's a digital world now. She can do it with her phone. She
Mm,
can do it in her
mm,
comfort of her home, and
yeah.
you will be surprised. Just have a good course. That's what I usually say. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that wonderful insight,
Okay, so I noticed some comments on
Madam
the
Zuera.
um
So just contribute to what she. My network is. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. So, like I was saying before, I say I do take action. We always encourage our GDC, which is grassroots development champion. That you don't have to start big. You can start with the little you have to take action in your environment in addressing that particular challenges that is bothering you, that you think it need to be addressed in your environment. And some of our GDC sometimes be like, I don't have much money. I need money to do this one. I need funding. I don't have people to support me. We'll be like, no, you don't really need money to start this project. One, we have different forms that you can lend your voice, that you can speak out about this project. If you don't have the money to gather people in the community to address the issue, to train them, why don't you use your social media handles to lend your voice, to address this issue, to advocate for these issues that is bothering you, that is affecting your environment. You have a skill, you are an artist, you can dance, you can sing. Why don't you use those gifts, those skills that you have to address the issue affecting your environment? So you don't have to start big, you don't have to have the big financing before you address the issue around you. So I will leave the floor for Mr. Uche to hear his thoughts on this.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Just to
You
buttress on
are
the point that Mrs. Yerima and Miss Francis has said, I'll just say the same thing, but in a different light. Every vision has a way
mm,
to start, and the most important thing is that whenever you identify the problem, the most important thing for you to do is to start where you are. Is to
mm.
start where you are. Is to start where you are. Is to start where you are.
All right,
Thank you very
thank
much,
you.
Mr. Uche, for that. Thank you very, very much. Most times, that's what killed the dream.
Mm, mm. All
So
right,
sorry
thank
for
you
the
so
short
much.
issue. So you to start where you are. So So I believe when you start
Sorry?
wherever you start, when you start where you are, at that little community, that little place you are, then if you have a larger vision, I believe that as you start where you are, resources will actually flow in. But if you don't start where you are, you don't expect resources. The resources will come. Resources only comes
That
to
is just it.
when you
That is
started.
just it, Mr. Uche. You said
Okay.
it all.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, sir.
It goes a long way. It goes a very long way. You'll be surprised how it goes far.
Hmm. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful conversation. I don't know, before we go, let me quickly go through our comment section and see if we can answer one or two questions. I think Miss Deborah is quite active on this conversation. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. I think I have. Okay, I think Miss Madam Zuera have addressed this one, and she also said, "Thank you, Miss Frances. Let's talk about volunteering and tagging along with those that are doing what you envision." Say, okay, I don't know. Miss Frances, are you on the call with us? Are you still on the call?
Oh yes, I am.
Yes. So I see one of the viewer here, Deborah Oluwatosin, said, let's look at volunteering and tagging along with those that are doing what you envision. So as an individual, you have this vision. Okay, I want to address this issue. How do you volunteer uh, uh, in that aspect in order for you to learn how you can also be part of the
Okay.
project.
All right. So volunteering is not as difficult as it might seem. It's not that hard. So it's just about getting, let's say, an organization or team that has the same vision with you. And if it's an open kind of volunteering, that is, they are open to members and can just join. Then try as much as possible to be active so that if there's opportunity, you can possibly join their core team because that's where you actually get to act. Now, if it's not an open kind of platform, so you can express your interest to join them and just join them because I have actually been on like two organizations that are actually in line with my long-term goals because this problem I noticed is just something I noticed. It's not really my the long-term goal I have in mind. So the other two organizations, so one of them I've had previous discussion with the person. So when the person wanted to set up their non-profit, person called me and said, "Oh, you mentioned once every time that you have so thing in mind. Would you like to join my team?" And that's how I joined the the team of the volunteering the NGO team. And at least I've been there for a while. I've got to learn, but most time I've not actually been around for the physical events because of my location and all that. But I've been participating even on the online space, supporting in one way or the other. On the other hand, the other one, I actually was the one that joined. I expressed my interest to join them. And the same thing because of my school and other things, I've not been physically present in any of the activities for over like 4 to 5 years. I'm always away. But then I am still like in my own way supporting. If it's the one that needs funds, the little I can, I'll be able to support. If it's something that oh we need to create awareness, I'll be able to do so. So even if your physical presence is not available, at least if you have the resources you can also volunteer through that. If you have knowledge and skills that you can share, you can do that. So it's not that hard. Just the most important thing is the goal, the vision of that organization, if it aligns with what you have in mind. So if maybe whatever idea you have in mind, you have searched, there is nothing like that. So you can join something similar so that you'll be able to learn the volunteering process and you eventually start up your own. So that's it.
Add to what you just said, Mrs. Francis. Most times we love volunteer work that will schedule ourselves. work. And that is not where the deal is. The deal is actually in that grassroots volunteering work. When you start there, they see your commitment, they refer you to other places. So don't when the first time I volunteered to teach in a government school, it was a very, I don't know how to say the place, but I accepted it. Even going there was very difficult. But trust me, they referred me somewhere else and I got a better deal there. So don't wait till you have the all this, executive volunteer work. Start
Perfect
somewhere,
setting,
like I
yes.
said. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to really appreciate your time with us this evening. Madam Zuira, Miss Francis, Mr. Uchina, thank you for this wonderful conversation. And also to our viewer um, uh, joining us on this conversation, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you, and also special thanks to at Deborah Oluwatosin. She was with us from the beginning of this conversation to this very moment. Thank you so much. And today we had different experience, different challenges, and different ways young people are taking actions. But we also seen that although our context may be different, our aspirations are often very similar. So at Do Take Action, we believe young people shouldn't have to wait for someone else to create the change that they want. Sometimes change begins with one idea, one person, and one decision to take action. Once again, I want to say thank you to our speaker on the call this evening, with us today.
Very much, Mr. Ade. Thank you. Do take action. We really appreciate this
Okay,
opportunity
thank you
given
everyone
to
for
us.
joining us. Okay,
Thank you so much.
uh, you are welcome. Uh, the network.
Network
Okay,
is
thank
actually
you to
poor.
everyone who joined us. Yeah. So we are rounding up, so I just want to say thank you to everyone, our speaker for this call, and also the viewers that joined this conversation, for your comments, for your like, and for sharing this conversation with others. I want to say thank you so much for being part of this um, section. So, if there's any one thing, if there's one thing I hope to take away from today's conversation, is this: your ideas matters, your voice matters, and your action can make a difference. I'll repeat again. If there's one thing I will take away from this conversation for today, is that your ideas matter, your voice matter, and your actions can make a difference. I want to say happy International Youth Day from all of us at Do Take Action. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Different contexts, common aspiration, from idea to impact. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye bye for
All
now.
right, thank you all. See you next time.
All right. Network was signal.